Did you hear the news? Escoffier's coming back for a cooking contest.
Mesdames et messieurs, welcome one and all to the Hôtel de Bord and to this most exciting of cooking contests.
Savannah, I brought the original copy of the codex you asked for.
Monica? Huh.
In the interests of fairness, this contest will be conducted in a double-blind format. Once the dishes are complete, they will be sent to the back of the kitchen where they'll each receive a label. The labels will be placed out of sight underneath the plates, only to be revealed after the judges have sampled them and reached a final verdict. This is to ensure that no one will know which dish is made by which contestant.
As one of the judges, I promise to be fair and impartial.
When my meal got interrupted yesterday, I never thought this is how they'd make it up to me. Getting a seat on the judging panel is a pretty sweet deal.
Both contestants have taken their positions. Then, without further ado, let the Hôtel de Bord cooking contest commence!
Monica, even the best chef in the world can't flavor their food without prepping the flavoring, right?
Alphonse! Gaspar! Get to work! Do not disappoint me.
Looks like our two head chefs are raring to go. Like an oven on...
A little amuse-bouche! That should be enough flavoring. Now hurry up and balance the flavors. Stay calm, Escoffier. There has to be a way to balance the flavors. Just think. What are you doing, Escoffier? Your team's waiting on you.
Come on, Escoffier! Come on, traveler!
The balance of flavors is about right, but the quantity is too low.
So, what do you think?
Escoffier is already on the final step of the recipe. Let's check on Savannah's progress.
I think this flavor profile is still a little bit off.
Enough! Oh, useless! Both of you!
Wow! Is Savannah serious? Can she really make up for lost time working alone?
You can't match Escoffier's talent.
I present to you Gâteau de Bourg.
Goose on the loose!
I was just exercising caution. I had to make sure everything was perfect.
Time's up! Contestants, please!
Huh. That guy was right. You really can't tell whose is whose just by looking at them.
We both made the same dish after all. For all her flaws, Savannah's a talented chef who earned my
Whoa! This is really rather good.
Wonderfully soft and fluffy.
I would give this one at least 9.9 out of... Only because there's something about the flavor.
Huh? Really?
All right, on to gâteau number 2.
I have a feeling that this gâteau will be...
How exciting!
Not just the sugar, it's the flavors.
It appears the decision is unanimous.
And Paimon thought this might actually be close. Turns out she can't bake to save her.
Something's not right here. Savannah may not be perfect, but
I can now declare that the creator of the first gâteau...
What? It's... Savannah?
no.
Hey, Savannah! You cheated, didn't you? What did you do? Oh, you swapped...
Well, someone's a sore loser. These cakes, it was Vanejem's staff who labeled them in the kitchen. If you're looking to accuse, isn't it more likely that Escoffier's lost her edge? Oh.
You take that.
Judges, we demand a...
That's enough! As head chef, or rather as team lead, I take responsibility for the dish I served. Whatever, Savannah. I didn't think you'd stoop this low just to beat me in a bake-off. What happened to your chef?
I don't know what...
If you want the Codex to bore that much, you can...
Scoffier, no!
But you must promise me that you'll apologize to Firma and compensate him for everything you...
It's a little late to be negotiating terms. The contest is over, and I won.
Look, Savannah, you may have fooled everyone else, but can you really fool yourself? What I'm offering is to accept defeat without looking to expose... but only on the condition that you promised.
Fine. I'll treat this as your final handover of duties from one... So, will that be all, ex-head...
I didn't mean that to be a scolding from your former boss. Just a word of advice from a fellow chef. But I don't know if you're even open to input from other people anymore.
I know what I'm doing. I don't...
Alright, fine. I'm glad to...
Escoffier?
The Codex de Boer! Finally. Now, at long last...
Escoffier? How could you let her get away with this?
Yeah!
It's alright. It was just a bake-off, not the end of the world. Besides, it's not all bad. She agreed to compensate Firma. Honestly, if I'd have known that giving her the Codex would solve everything, I'd...
No. No!
Huh?
That's it? No secrets, no nothing? I don't believe it! This can't be happening.
Oh, Chef Savannah!
Savannah?
It's nothing life-threatening. Just a lot of...
Oh, I knew it.
Pent-up stress?
The truth is, however hard she might be on the rest of us...
Yes, there are nights when she makes us redo things over and over into the wee hours. She'll hide herself away in the kitchen.
But why?
Our best guess is... she doesn't want to be seen...
And there it is.
Even so, that's no excuse for...
Yeah, and it's
About that, we honestly have no idea how she did it. We were focused on our own...
Leone and Algalia were the ones I tasked with labeling the cakes.
Not to worry. Come on, join me downstairs. I'll interrogate the guild...
Well?
Oh, this is aggravated assault on my palate. I'd rather eat wet cement than...
is it really that bad?
Oh, relax. This isn't your cake. Savannah never switched. The offending flavors are coming from in between the icing and the cake base. Which means someone tampered with it while it was being made. Or in other words, we have a traitor in...
I'm sorry. I was forced. It was Chef Savannah. She said if I didn't cooperate, she would...
Calm down, Monica. I've already accepted whatever's going on with you. Just spill the...
I was the one who caused the food...
Food safety? Wait, you mean the Lumaline incident? So you procured the
I think so? Savannah and I were on procurement that day. I didn't check everything as well as I should have, and so I let... But I swear I didn't do it on purpose. I had no idea, but the last thing I expected was for Savannah to use...
This is crazy! So Savannah pressured you into...
I know, it's terrible. I'm so sorry. I was so scared. I thought Escoffier would hate my guts if she ever found out, and yet somehow that's ended up in me doing something even worse.
Seriously? Firstly, it's not like I got a life sentence. I did my stint at the fortress, and now I'm out. And secondly, I had my own reasons for leaving the Hotel de Boer. So, you don't need to feel ashamed or frightened or anything like that.
You mean...
Oh, well, I'm not saying you don't have to take responsibility. You should tell Vanagem to mark down your performance for the past few months. Then do some digging and find out exactly where those contaminated ingredients came from. Sure, you've made mistakes.
Understood.
Good. Now, back to Savannah.
Ugh. What happened to me?
I've overheard some customers murmuring about how the Hotel de Boer hasn't been the same since Escoffier.
Now that you mention it, but the difference...
Still, so many times I've seen her make the cake base over.
Yeah, thinking back on it.
She wants to prove, but after countless and at some point
Doubting Escoffier? For what?
Yeah. Also, she could retain her place as the #1 chef in Fontaine.
Oh, for goodness.
Of course. Seeing how
There's still... She might not be a...
You'd think so.
New head chef, you say?
I wonder.
This tastes different from last time. Is it undercooked or something?
Take this. It's a copy of the Codex de Boer. From now on, you will be its keeper. Don't listen to the doubters. If I say you can do it, then you can do it. Even if you... Hey, did you hear me? Once I'm...
All this time, I've been blaming...
I sincerely apologize for putting everyone out. Savannah's awake now, but let's give her the day to come.
In that case, I'll go and update for Mom.
So, we'll come back tomorrow then.
That was a long day.
Oh, nice! Macarons?
Traveler, how much do you know about the snow-winged goose? Every year they migrate long distances. Fontaine poets often use the image of that goose to explore the... But what those poets don't know, when's the lead goose? So the truth is that leadership... I guess what? Cooking is a science, not magic. Of course, some people have a more... I'd have no reason to expect so... And come tomorrow...
Ad Astra. Thank you for complete.
We have put in much...
If you ever...
later.
The one before you is known as Ah.
discipline.
Yeah.
Bow your head. Be sanctified. Silence! Settle down! Bow your head.
Huh?
Bow your head. I cannot help but feel that you bringing me here is some sort of an assassination attempt.
trouble?
Silence!
I'll take on you.
Let the mighty be humble! Oh.
I'm getting sick of this game.
Now you're testing my patience. Will.
Bow your head.
Again.
Abandoned property belongs to whoever finds it first. So, it's legally yours now. Silence! Water comes in many flavors to the discerning palate. Mondstadt's water is crisp and pure, while water from Liyue has an enduring aftertaste. In Inazuma, the water possesses a depth of flavor unlike any other. Sumeru's water, meanwhile, has a rich and complex flavor profile, but it must be savored patiently to fully appreciate it. Melusines are beautiful creatures. They are the pride of Fontaine. Be sure to befriend them and cause them no harm. Bow your head. The tides beckon. Settle down. Away now. Have a sick trip.
the moon! Overruled. Transfixed! Goose on the loose!
Silence! Settle down! Be sanctified.
Now you're testing my patience.
An oversight on my part.
But don't wait!
Oh, it's going to get a little chilly. A moment. Sorry, I couldn't pretend.
An impressive bounty.
Let the record show that I verbally consent to relinquishing these items into your possession. Water comes in many flavors to the discerning palate. Mondstadt's water is crisp and pure, while water from Liyue has an enduring aftertaste. In Inazuma, the water possesses a depth of flavor unlike any other. Sumeru's water, meanwhile, has a rich and complex flavor profile, but it must be savored patiently to fully appreciate it.
You are not welcome. Law of the jungle.
The tides beckon.
On this run. Bow your head. I'll be back.
Is it what you wish to find? Hopefully the excitement of opening a treasure chest has at least made it a worthwhile experience. Abandoned property belongs to whoever finds it first. So, it's legally yours now.
Settle down.
Laid bare.
I have no objections.
This is where
Bow your head.
Let the record show that I verbally consent to relinquishing these items into your possession. I see the value in my own work, but I also see the meaning in all the endeavors of the people of Fontaine. I believe I will continue to take pride in fulfilling my duties. Water comes in many flavors to the discerning palate. Mondstadt's water is crisp and pure, while water from Liyue has an enduring aftertaste. In Inazuma, the water possesses a depth of flavor unlike any other. Sumeru's water, meanwhile, has a rich and complex flavor profile, but it must be savored patiently to fully appreciate it. Let the record show that I verbally consent to relinquishing these items into your possession.
The mighty be humbled! Bow your head.
Witness my rise. Overruled.
Be sanctified. Let the record show that I verbally consent to relinquishing these items into your possession.
Bow your head.
Settle down!
Bow your head.
This is where you fall. The pinnacle of excellence! Up to the freezer! Overruled!
Silence!
The tides beckon. Settle down! Is it what you wish to find? Hopefully the excitement of opening a treasure chest has at least made it a worthwhile experience.
Care for a dance?
Witness my rise. Laid bare.
Goose on the loose! A dash of frosting! Yeah!
Silence! Be sanctified.
The curtain falls.
Settle down. An oversight on my part.
Everlasting as the moon. Overruled.
Stay cool. Face your guilt. A moment, please.
Bow your head. Settle down. The tides beckon.
taking me out?
Ready when you are.
Laid bare.
An impressive bounty. Overruled. Yeah. Witness my rise. Transfixed. Yeah.
Like a lamb to the slaughter.
Laid bare. Transfixed.
I'll be back.
An impressive bounty.
Let's hit the town. Closing in. Swallows nest when skies are fair, but hide when storms are in the air. Flip and fly. Yeah. temper. Closing in. Huh. Score! Let's see what's inside.
not to enjoy this too much. Come a little. Don't be such a brute.
Let the mighty be humble. Ah! Bow your head.
Cool it. Dodge this. Freeze. Don't get frostbite. Cool it. Freeze.
Abandoned property belongs to whoever finds it first. So, it's legally yours now.
Settle down. Be sanctified. Bow your head. Silence! Settle down. The tides beckon. Silence!
Overruled, everlasting as the moon, laid bare. Go on.
Settle down!
Cool it. This moment will be frozen in time.
Bow your head. Let the mighty be humble. Silence!
Transfixed. Pitiful.
Settle down!
Let the record show that I verbally consent to relinquishing these items into your possession.
Bow your head. Be sanctified.
I cannot help but feel that you bringing me here is some sort of an assassination attempt.
Laid bare. Witness my rise. Overruled.
Settle down. Silence! An oversight on...
Transfixed. Overruled. Laid bare.
Settle down. Let the mighty be humble. Silence. Bow your head.
Overruled. This is where you fall. Laid bare.
Abandoned property belongs to whoever finds it first. So, it's legally yours now.
Go on. Something with which to commemorate this occasion.
Check on her? Oh no, Escoffier.
I'm fine. Huh? What happened to my coffee? Did I really drink it all? Alright. Thanks. I appreciate it.
Well, there's cooking facilities here. Or we could just grab a cup of coffee.
Coffee. I feel much better now. Thank you so much, Traveler and Paimon.
Glad to hear it. But make sure to catch up on your...
I think I figured out where the problem...
Wait, what?
I'll save it for when everyone else gets here. It's so stupid. Yes, except my failures were stepping stones to success.
Escoffier, have you seen Savannah?
Huh? No, not since yesterday. Why? What's wrong?
After seeing her home yesterday, we were all a little concerned about how she was doing. So, I dropped by her place early this morning to check on her. Only to find an empty house with the doors wide open. I left Alphonse and the others to keep watch at her home, while I checked the Hôtel de Bord. I'm worried something bad might have happened. If she's not here, then where could she be?
Boss, Escoffier, bad news.
Alphonse? You're supposed to be keeping watch at Savannah's house.
We were, but then, just after you left, we found this stuff in her house.
Oh, looks like a map with a bunch of random places circled. What does it mean?
Wait a second. This feels familiar. I'm sure these places are all connected somehow. Of course, from the Codex. They're all... Yeah, but... I don't understand. The adventure logs in the Codex are too fragmented to be of any use. How come this map shows all the missing details?
The Codex de Bord? Then, this place marked in red out at sea. Could that be the fabled birthplace of Gâteau de Bord?
Seriously? So now she set her sights on finding the original recipe and beating Escoffier that way? Geez, Savannah. Anything to overcome a...
Ugh, idiot. Does she have a death wish? Those ruins 1,000...
Hold on. There's more. Besides the map...
It was you. You let the Lumaline... It sounds like a
Retrieve the Codex, but... So the cooking contest...
She's keeping the true
Ugh, this is all such a mess! First, we thought that Savannah forced Monica to...
You're finally here. Of course. I should have put 2 and 2 together as soon as I read your threat letter. The food safety incident. The demand for a cooking contest. even the suggestion that Escoffier was keeping secrets from me. It was all part of your grand plan.
We should be getting close to the spot marked on the map.
Of all the stupid things she's done, this really takes the cake. The moment we find her, I'm gonna curse the living daylights out of her.
Something you wish to report? Go on. You have my undivided attention.
looks like an underwater restaurant.
I think Modest.
Huh? Some blubber beasts have come to join. Aw, they ran off!
That could be easier said than done. Something's blocking the entrance.
Well, did Modeste mention it in it?
Good.
We prepared a banquet for our
We have. See, this is why you should always bring snacks. You never.
There is no time for that.
Wait, we're seriously gonna try this?
A little move boost.
Blubber beasts or not?
Trust me, they'll love it.
Oh, good question.
Yes, we can't afford. The tracks turned back again. Oh, so annoying.
Hey, be careful! Scare them off too much and they might not come back again. Wow, it's really singing! It must taste better than Paimon thought!
Hey, it's open!
Hey, give me your water.
Here.
I said...
Sure.
All those years slaving... Not only have I found the ruin that Savelli kept hidden, but I also get to boss you around. Hey, go scout ahead for me. If we need to do any more... Did you not hear me?
Why don't you do it yourself?
Oh, when did you learn to fight back? You're always so compliant when I give you instructions by letter.
That's because you threatened to expose me for the Lumiline incident. I swear, if I'd known...
Ha! Don't be so self-righteous. Admit it, you've always been jealous of Escoffier. That's... You were terrified of her finding out about your part in the Lumiline incident, and you resented the way her reputation... So you jumped at the chance to convince yourself that she was the villain. That she deliberately hid her... First, idolization, then jealousy, suspicion, and self-deception. That's what this comes down to. It was the same story with Savelli and my ancestor. He offered Modeste his friendship, only to... He promised to explore the world with him, only to later destroy all records of their adventures. It's a miracle I even found this place. So you see, you're no better than Savelli. If you can't beat him...
I am no Savelli. No.
Oh, put a lid on it. You really think you can absolve yourself of your vindictive and jealous behavior now? Just because you finally realized that Escoffier never kept any secret? You didn't show any remorse when she left, or in the cooking contest. Why start now?
You're right. I don't deserve her forgiveness.
Ooh, feisty. But you should watch your tone. Talking to me...
I somehow doubt that. Since I poisoned both...
What?
Ever since I learned the truth. I've been biding my time, waiting for this moment. You've played me like a fiddle for so long!
But you drank it too!
It's what we both deserve. This is the price we must pay for betraying Escoffier. You'll die here with me, Monica!
You... Oh, you're too much. I thought I'd play along for a... I saw your dumb plan a mile off. There's no poison in these bottles, just...
No.
Revenge is a You're a lousy chef, and you make a lousy villain, too. A complete waste.
Everything I ever did was a failure. And now...
Hey, why don't you try your hand at being a comedian in your next life? You got a good laugh out of me. You should have just done like I asked, Savannah. All I wanted you to do was scout the ruins for me.
Stop right there!
Let her go, Monica!
Escoffier?
Ugh, looks like I'll...
You can't!
Stay back if you want her... Escoffier and the Traveler. I can't take...
Monica!
A recipe! You should... Modeste had a secret. The truth behind his so-called genius. The je ne sais quoi factor in his...
Are you serious? You're here because of a Gâteau de Bois obsession? You've gone completely mad.
He and Savelli were fools. A priceless treasure of Remoria in the palms of their hands. And they thought, ooh, this would go great. We're talking about a powerful stimulant that also sharpens the senses. That's no cooking ingredient. It's a ground... That's right. I've done my research. It was a drug that Remoria developed for their...
Will you listen to yourself?
My eyes are wide open. Just wait till I get my hands on this
Wait, what's that?
Just when I thought she couldn't get any crazier. She's lucky the whole place didn't collapse.
Uh-oh. Savannah's going to...
Monica must have taken her. Oh, what a coward. She's only taken...
That's true.
Oh, well, our path's been blocked, so let's look for another route. The water looks pretty deep here. Maybe it leads somewhere. They were probably awakened by the explosion just now.
Alright, Nice Skills 101. Time for some rough chopping.
Be sanctified.
Justice is blindsided.
Let's spark things up a little.
Petal, don't get frostbite. Freeze. Settle down.
Laid bare.
The tides beckon.
This is where you fall.
You cross.
Another door? Guess we need to prepare another feast for our guests. Off to the freezer! It seems to really like the texture of Rome maritime flowers.
Yeah.
Silence! An oversight on my part.
I never knew you could process Lumitwol like that.
Alright, I've got to jot this down.
Lumitwols and maritime flowers. This could open the door to a whole new world.
Yep, that's literally the plan. Wait, hold on. Which door are you talking about?
That's strange. The
Adventurers from last century Fontaine, huh?
By the looks of it, this was a one-person camp. They adventured together, but maybe you really
Trust our adventurer's instincts. Okay, well, the Traveler has more adventuring experience overall, but Paimon's death and... Darn it! Paimon was just about to show...
Huh, no kidding. Are all adventurers so obsessed with journaling? I mean, I guess I take a lot of notes when I'm cooking as well, but I thought that was just me.
Anyway, let's find out who was here.
It's been years since I've last visited these ruins. It's exactly the way I remember it. This place probably hasn't changed in millennia. Sadly, up above, on dry land, everything has changed. The treasure of Remoria. That's what we used to call it. Modeste was right about its potential. It turned Gâteau de Bourg into a national sensation. Our limited stock of the substance meant that the gâteau could only be produced on a small scale. But this only drove up the popularity all the more. Modeste was right about that too. He predicted all of it. He was praised as a genius, while I, as the one person who'd ever disagreed with him, was labeled a talentless fool. Modeste tried his best to console me, but I knew better than anyone just how great the gulf was between us. Our conversations grew scarce, and we saw less and less of each other. I didn't fight it. He had new friends and a career of his own. Why invite further disdain by inserting myself where I did not belong? I told myself that maybe one day, when I finally created a masterpiece of my own, I'd be able to face him without shame. Or maybe one day, when I've put these feelings of self-loathing behind me, I'd be able to ask him with a smile on my face. How about we go on? Unfortunately...
So it was Savelli.
I always thought it was just...
In that case, what does that say?
The taste of gâteau being the perfection. But as he baked, it was only when he was sipping on coffee one day and realized he could not taste the bitterness. The treasure of Remoria stimulates the senses, taste included, and in hindsight, it made, over the course of his many the finest culinary talent of his generation now faced a future in which he would never be able to taste anything ever again. And because we had become estranged, I could not be there to stop him. Yet despite everything...
The treasure of Remoria? Guess Monica was really on...
So, Modeste also, neither the...
Modeste told me everything. Did he hope I would gain... But if the public ever learned how Modeste's greatest triumph became his undoing, his fall from grace would be... What would be his legacy then? How would future generations view everything we built together? I fear the scorn I have faced these last years would pale in comparison to... I cannot let that... I will do what I must. It may lead his family to suspect. I would rather the world believe at the final loose end is the evidence here. At the bottom of the sea.
Huh? What's...
So we thought, but if Monica finds out what...
The treasure of Remoria. I have found you at last. Savelli, you tried your best to bury the truth, but you underestimated the children of Modeste. Some fragments of his diary escaped your clutches, and we have held on to them for generations. But I have to thank you too, Savannah. Without your help retrieving the Codex, and with it the last piece of the puzzle, I may never have found this place. But now, finally, the secret to Remoria's military might is within my grasp. The treasure of Remoria is mine! Oh. It's empty. It's empty?
Monica? Oh, we were seconds too late.
Escoffier? What's the deal with...
Savelli's final act! He wanted to conceal the secret of the treasure forevermore, and so he came here after his friend's death and destroyed every last...
This can't be happening! All the years I spent piecing together the truth. All that for a...
Monica, don't do anything stupid. This ruin is more dangerous than...
Oh, shut your pie hole!
Praise be to you, barbarian.
She's a nutcase! A liability to herself and everyone else. Well, now it's up to us to clean up the mess she's made. Take these golems out!
Don't push your luck.
Not surrender and be gentle. You're in for a little shock.
Okay, I'm coming. Huh?
Oh, no you don't. If I can't get what I want, I've got nothing to show for my life's work so far. But if I can take another so-called genius down with me in my final moment, then it was all worth it.
You're a psycho!
When did you...
I may be a lousy chef, but it looks like I'm not a complete waste of space.
Escoffier! Savannah!
Trevor!
Venejem!
What did you expect us to do? Stay at the restaurant and...
We had to do something. Even though that's something...
I don't deserve any of it. It was my fault Escoffier had to leave. Then I couldn't live up. Come back, Escoffier. Come and be our head chef again. I'll never be able to replace you.
Okay, so everything I said to you the day I left, it just went in one ear and out the other?
Huh? Sorry, I was kinda in my own head at the time. All I could think about was the Lumiline situation.
Forget it. It doesn't matter. Anyway, I didn't leave this job because of you. And you're not nearly as awful a chef as you think. If you were that bad, why would all your staff show up here for you?
Escoffier's right. Sure, you nitpick our work and get us to do things over a lot. But when it comes down to it, you're the one who's always doing whatever it takes to make sure the customers get served on time, every time.
Things were pretty rough after Escoffier left, and Savannah's the only reason we've been able to make it through.
Our customers know that Escoffier doesn't work for us anymore. But the fact is, they keep coming back. If that's not an endorsement of your work, I don't know what is. At the end of the day, we're all human, and we all make mistakes. All we can do is recognize where we get it wrong and do our best to improve. That's all that's humanly possible.
No, I get what you're saying, but what I did to Firmin and to Escoffier, it's unforgivable.
Well, about that, there's someone else here to see you, Chef.
It's been a while, Chef Savannah.
Firmin? I'm so sorry. I put far too much pressure on you. And the way I stubbornly refused to go and see you after you fell ill. There's no excuse. But I'm too late, aren't I? The damage is done. I heard that you can't even hold a kitchen knife anymore.
Actually, I think I'm going to be just fine.
Huh?
We thought Firmin's problem was purely psychological in nature. But after the threat letter came to light, it got Firmin thinking. And then he remembered the tea that Monica used to give him every night. And as it turns out, she was lacing it with Lumiline the whole time.
No way! Doesn't that cause nerve damage?
It can. High doses pose a risk of serious nervous and sensory complications. But if you calculate the dosage carefully, you can control the extent of its effects. A small dose might simply make a person more emotional, whether that means more fragile or more hot-tempered.
No wonder it seemed like you'd lost your edge.
I asked my friends at the Fontaine Research Institute about it. They said that with the low dose I was taking, the risks are pretty small. Well, that's what happens when you give someone a little bit of hope to cling on to.
There's more. We believe that Firmin was likely not Monica's only...
You mean...
Oh, so that's why Savannah...
Let's not be too quick to blame everything on the Lumiline. That stuff can only amplify what's already there. So you better make sure you reflect on your behavior.
I will. I'm sorry. Is it just... I mean, is it
It's because the heating element in your oven is broken, you silly goose.
What?
I felt like something was off during the cooking contest. Once I got around to checking all the equipment, I noticed it right away. There was a half-degree discrepancy between the temperature setting and the actual... All the ovens in the whole kitchen had the same problem, which confused me at the time, but by this point, it's pretty obvious that Monica, I would have figured it out the day of the bake-off, since the issue affected both our teams. But of course...
No. I spent so long trying to... It all comes back to one...
Oh, cut it out! Do you know how long I spent perfecting my Gâteau de Bourg? 3... And you've been head chef now for what, You clearly have no idea how many kitchen failures I've had under my belt. Or just how long it took me to finally get my recipe to a level I was genius or not. Everyone makes mistakes. Modeste did, Savelli did, you're only a lousy. Surely you haven't forgotten all that.
That's our...
Ha! Sounds like we won't need another changing of the guard in the Hotel de Bord kitchen.
What a perfect ending!
So you got your mojo back now?
Yeah. Thanks to you, Escoffier.
Friends again!
Good. So now that's out of the way. It's time for payback. You cheated in our last bake-off, and I demand a rematch.
But that was mostly Monica's...
Right. And also, does it have to be right now? Savannah's only just got her...
No excuses. This is a cooking contest between two tops, so grab your spatula and get ready, because this rematch is happening today.
Hey! So, this whole time you...
The second cooking contest commences now!
This time, no more games, and no holding back!
I feel like I don't have the right to be here.
Hey, what are you so afraid of? You can't unbake it now. And if you don't serve it, then good or bad, you'll never find out how to improve. If you're too scared to fail, you'll never know what real success tastes like. So?
Embrace your failure. Taste it. Digest it. That's the way to success.
I don't know. Sounds like it's easier said than done.
I'll do it.
The results are in! A landslide!
Quite rightly, too.
Oh yeah, look at that! Savannah looked...
Now, where were we? I had two reasons for leaving. One was the food safety incident, of course, but the other was that the Hotel de Bois had reached, so I decided to step down.
Improve?
Well, a while back, I got to know a fellow chef from Liyue, and in her, I saw so many new possibilities. She has that same adventurous spirit that Modeste and Savelli had in their youth. Slime mucus. There's a whole world of new flavors out there waiting to be Case in point, remember those Romaritime flowers down in the ruins? I used them in the cooking contest just now. Did you taste the difference?
What? Paimon didn't notice at all!
Half of the art of cooking is dissecting the recipes of previous chefs and figuring out the exact constellation of elements that gave their work its signature taste. And the other half, it lies in freeing yourself from the confines of the kitchen. You've got to go out and explore the endless possibilities out there.
Uh-oh. Paimon's suddenly not sure she wants to try your cooking anymore.
Don't worry, it's not going to be a free-for-all like in Modeste's time. Before I put anything into my food, I'll obviously do my research, make sure it doesn't contain any harmful substances. In the meantime, take this. It's a recipe for Petit Gâteau de Bourg revised version. I tweaked it to suit your needs as busy adventurers. Hope you enjoy, and remember, feedback is always welcome.
All right! So, do you ever see yourself returning to Hotel de Bourg?
Oh, of course. I've already promised Vanisham that I'll come back every once in a while to make sure the quality of the food remains at an acceptable level.
You know, Paimon's still a little disappointed that we never got to see the treasure of Remoria. Surely Monica wouldn't have gotten drawn in so deeply if it wasn't for all the mystery surrounding the original Gâteau de Bourg. She practically dedicated her life to finding the lost pieces of...
Since you mentioned the treasure, between Modest's writings and what we saw in those ruins, I think I may have figured out the truth. The so-called treasure of Remoria was most likely a substance that the Remorians extracted from Lumitoiles, better known to us as Lumiline.
Huh? So then, why all the hype back in the early days of Gâteau de Bourg?
Don't forget, it was a very different era. We could barely even refine sugar back then, so desserts were very much in their infancy. In a world of bland food, it's no wonder that the first thing to really excite people's taste buds took the world by storm. And as for the Lumiline, it may well have been somewhat valuable in ancient times. But these days, it's just another drug from the Fontaine Research Institute. Even if Savelli hadn't destroyed it all, I doubt it would be worth that much these days.
So after all that, there was nothing in those ruins but worthless junk. Feels strange to say it, but Paimon almost feels sorry for Monica. She sacrificed it all only to get nothing in return.
Oh, hey!
Huh? Navia?
You just got back from that underwater ruin, right? Well, check it out. Did you see anything like this down there? Freshly unearthed from the ruins of Rumoria. A magnificent jar thought to be... Experts say it has immense artistic and historical value.
Wait! Isn't that the jar they used to hold...
If only it was still in one piece. Some butterfingers must have dropped it or something.
them do as they please.
Huh, looks like there were quite a few others with the same idea.
Hello.
Have there been any okay, well, the notice was only just...
Special Patrol, open up!
Ah! Who's there? What's going...
I don't think that's who this is.
Hey, this isn't the time for silly jokes!
Good day, all.
What? In the tavern?
Oh, he met...
One of his owners. But, bro, what are you doing here?
I'm here to claim a lost item.
Is this the person you saw on the boat, Miss?
Somehow I highly... For starters, he just addressed us as Gramps and Grannies. And unless this is...
Huh. Was there something wrong with my...
That's not door-knocking etiquette. That's...
Oh, sorry about that. I totally goofed that one up. Give me a moment. I'll go back out and...
So, Roran, you said...
Yeah.
For real now? Oh, come on, bro. Roran, be honest now. Were you...
No, it...
So it...
Of course. All right, then. I knew this wouldn't go well. So, here's what went down. This morning, Eve and I were playing rock, paper, scissors. Before long, he'd lost, as he usually does. When we got near the plaza, a man suddenly stopped us to ask for help. He said that he had lost, but apparently he...
You didn't manage to keep that
It's fine. Yes, we were about to refuse.
Could it have been a
Oh, no. Oh, maybe he already...
No way.
Huh?
He's not going anywhere. Aoife and Kukuku are keeping
an eye on him. I like this.
In that case, let's time to catch that
Wait a minute, I have a question first. Traveler, Paimon.
Oh, we're basically household names. But why do you ask?
Would that be a...
Remember when I said that the...
If so, then picking Auroron to do their dirty work was a careless mistake.
It suggests that the person who got Auroron to claim the item might not be fully... There are plenty of unanswered questions, but however, I still suggest that the famous faces among us, meaning the Traveler and Kinich, oh, and of course, Monsieur Nivelette too, we'll empty the box, give it to Auroron, and then he can claim... I'll follow to check if anyone is watching. I doubt anyone would recognize me anyway, so I shouldn't draw too much attention.
I think this plan is...
So,
Well, not exactly under...
Roger that.
No sign of any suspicious individuals around here. Auroron has entered the elevator as planned. I'll head over to the plaza now. something suspicious going on. Strange.
Oh dear! Oh dear!
Stop with the pecking! Please, sir, I'm begging you, do me a favor.
Sorry, but he's not my pet. And I should warn you, he's not too happy with how you—
What the? This thing has a job? So in Natland, they just dish out jobs.
Uh-oh. Kukuku's not too big on being called a thing either. You're on your own now.
I'm sorry. Please, Mr. Kukuku.
All right, Kukuku. That'll do for now.
Sure thing!
Auroron, actually. Interesting.
You actually got it? Wow, didn't think—
Ah, excellent.
After all?
I'm—
So I got—
Huh?
This thing's pretty cool.
Please don't do this, my good sir. My master—
His life hangs in—
If this means—
Because I watched that film with— You should drop the act.
You're probably right. But honestly, I don't know what else to say. Sorry, this is the most myself I can be. Is that enough?
Enough. More than—
Who's this dude?
Just think of me as a staff member. Now, if you don't mind, I have some questions for this gentleman.
Oh, no.
What's that supposed to mean?
No, I mean, yes.
I could do that. But I'd—
I'm a collector of antiques. Nothing— As for the seller of this particular— We've had some pride. As long as I took— Normally, that was not what we'd agree. He replied.
Well, he wasn't—
He insisted that it would be inconvenient for him to make an appearance himself, but said that if I could somehow find a way to retrieve it from the Palais, he'd give me a discount on the price. Of course, it wasn't the discount that swung it. Do I look like I'm strapped for cash?
Feeling smug now, are we?
Feeling smug now, are we?
No, please go easy on me.
Go on.
Where was I? Well, anyway, I thought to myself, seeing as the item itself came from Natlan, it would make more sense if I could find someone from there to go retrieve it. And by a stroke of complete and utter coincidence, I just so happened to see these two young folks wandering around, so I'm so very sorry. I underestimated the pair of you.
I need you to clear something up for me. You haven't paid the seller yet, correct? And yet he told you to collect the item from the Palais Mermonia. Was he not worried that you just split afterwards?
Well, to be honest, though, I can't
Mr.
Please, just call me.
All right, Mr. Argento. Listen very carefully to what I'm about to say.
What does he mean? Oh,
shh, can it?
Owing to your suspected involvement in the illicit trade of Natlanese relics, you're now one of the suspects in an international smuggling case. A trip to the Opera Epicles seems unavoidable at this stage, but on the bright side, you still have one chance to make things right.
Okay. Do I really? Please tell me what to do.
It's very simple. Just reach out to your seller in the same way as usual, arrange to meet, bring the money, and if we can catch the other party by doing this, you'll have gone some way toward redeeming yourself. Understand?
Oh, I see. I understand. You shall have my full and unadulterated cooperation.
Good. Don't break the law, and don't even think about making a run for it. The Palais Mermonia will be watching you and ensuring your safety. All right, take the box, but leave your ID and other documents behind. You can go now. As for you two, protocol dictates that I should take you both back to the Palais and have you sign a confidentiality agreement. But that would take a lot of time and effort.
Such a hassle, bro!
See? Mr. Kukuku knows exactly where I'm coming from. So, I was thinking, since you're all...
I understand, sir. We got dragged into this by accident, and it has diddly squat to do with us. And out of respect for the Traveler, we won't say another word.
Oh, I know this part. We better keep our mouths shut, or we'll both be sleeping with the fishes in the tailor-made pair of cement shoes. In that case, I understand completely.
Not exactly what I was going for, but if that's how you want to understand it, then be my guest. Then it's settled. Thanks for your help. Boy, am I glad that's over.
Judging by your expression.
It went smoothly.
So basically, we hold off until Argento and the other party have set up the next stage of the transaction. Then we plan our next move.
Patience will be key.
I get that. It's like hunting. I'm just not sure the other party will take the bait so easily.
Well, if he didn't need the money, or if he valued self-preservation over making a profit, he could have walked away as soon as the contraband was brought to the Palais Mermonia. On top of that, although he hasn't shown his face yet, he seems to have no followers or accomplices, and he's relying on an extremely limited set of options to push the deal along. So, if you ask me, he seems like someone who cares a lot about his image and has a somewhat high opinion of himself, but lacks any real ability. I almost get the feeling that if he misses out on this opportunity, he won't have any other way of making money. His every move is like a spin of the roulette wheel, hoping that the ball will land exactly where he wants it to. Or maybe he'll cut his law. At least Natlan will get this.
In that case...
Everyone, I have just briefed the Marechaussee Phantom on the situation. When that time comes, we will be...
We'll be waiting for the good...
unique aroma. All right then, I'll...
Staring into my eyes is ill-advised. I can't promise you'll like what you see.